Howdy and welcome to Forgotten Xbox 360 Arcade Games, a mini-series where I review forgotten Xbox Live Arcade titles, and in today's episode, we will be taking a look at Spyglass Boardgames. Developed by Strange Flavor and published by Microsoft, this is a collection of 4 board games: chess, checkers, Mancala, and some game I'd never heard of before called Reversi. This game was $4.99 before the store closure, or the price of a pre-inflation Little Caesars Hot and Ready, and it's a pretty bare-bones collection, but a playable one. You have chess, which, do I really need to introduce? I don't have anything to add to this, other than saying you cannot adjust the computer's difficulty, and I'm not great at chess, although I was decent at it years ago, and I did beat the computer a couple of times, so that's something, I guess. The next game is checkers. Again, do I need to explain it? A game about trying to eliminate all of your opponent's pieces. Although I will say this, Spyglass enforces a rule in which if it is possible to take an opponent's piece, you have to make that move. I wasn't aware this was an official rule and have literally never seen anyone enforce it before this, but upon a bit of research, this is a legitimate rule that you're forced to follow, and I didn't like it. Kinda making me wish there was a house rules option, but congrats to the devs for staying true to checkers, I guess. Next up was Mancala. I hope I said that correctly. A game about moving pebbles and trying to get as many of your pieces as possible on your end piece here. You have to move your little rocks as many spaces as is the amount of pebbles on a space, dropping 1 pebble on every space as you go. For example, if you have 3 pebbles on a space, you move that stack of pebbles forward 3 spaces, dropping 1 pebble on every space until you run out, and you get an extra turn if you drop the final pebble on your goalpost, and whoever has the most stones on their goalpost at the end of the game wins. That's a rough explanation, but I hope it suffices. The last game was Reversi, one I had never played before, and I struggled with it the most. About all I fully understood was that you're trying to get as many pieces as possible on the board, and this was my least favorite of the 4 board games present. I feel like this game could maybe be fun on an actual physical board with someone who's willing to help you learn, but the Spyglass version wasn't great. That largely sums up this game. I should mention that it does have online multiplayer, with a lot of the achievements being locked behind said verses, but unsurprisingly, the lobbies are vacant last I checked, making this game nearly impossible to 100% these days. And this game has no local MP for some reason, which did not make any sense to me, and this is a game that really needed local MP in my opinion. Now, on a positive note, this title does offer some customization options, like being able to change the background color of the game, and also being able to alter the style and color of the board and pieces. So that was cool, but these options are locked behind achievements, so if you suck at board games, I hope you like generic piece sets. The graphics and the soundtrack are nice, and the controls are simple, but again, this is a pretty bare-bones title, and I give Spyglass Boardgames a 7 out of 10 by my grade scale. Now, a couple side notes apart from my review is that this game was apparently compatible with the Xbox 360 camera for the 10 people who bought this thing, and also, this title was a victim of the 360 store closure, as this game is a 360 exclusive, non-backwards compatible digital-only game. Meaning, when the store closed, the door to buy this game forever shut, unless Microsoft would make the smart move to reopen the 360 storefront. And finally, Spyglass Boardgames has a glitched achievement, being the one named Overkill, in which you win a game of chess while taking all of your opponent's pieces. I did this, and I didn't earn the achievement, so RIP. Anyways, as far as similar games I could recommend, I'm gonna say Monopoly on Xbox 360, or maybe the game of life on PC. And I have reviewed Monopoly, by the way. Link to that video will be in the end card if you want to check it out. And I reckon that wraps up my review itself for today. Thanks for watching and for tolerating my bad narrations. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and why you agree or disagree with my review. For anyone new here, I mostly review and discuss Xbox 360 games, so feel free to check out some of my other vids if that sounds like your thing, and follow me on Gameram for hints at upcoming vids and behind the scenes stuff. As far as our Bible verse of the day, I read Mark 11, verse 25, NIV. And when you stand praying, if you hold anything against anyone, forgive them, so that your Father in heaven may forgive you your sins. And that's it from me for now. Like always, my content is never made by AI, and I don't consent to my likeness and voice being copied, modified, altered, and otherwise tinkered with by AI in any way. Jesus is king, and he loves you all. Have a good one. Peace. And this game has no local MP for some reason, which did not make any sense to me. And this is a game that really needed local MP